So guys, my wheels should look like these. I like them looking all clean. But look what happened to my rear wheel. Oh, but yeah, I know how to drive, by the way. This isn't actually curb rash. It was like right here in Derry Ashford. I don't know if you're from Houston. There's like a part where one of the lane dips a bit, and I guess I made a lane change at that specific time because of the cars, how they were, and I hit like the where where the lane is higher than the other one. I think that's where when it happened. So anyways, it sucks. So I do have curb rash right now, and I know on my old video I made a my old channel I made a video on how to just paint this with painter's touch. Not painter's touch, it's called. Let me show you guys. Which is gonna be what we're gonna be using. Testers. These testers paint kits because they go for model metal model cars, and this will not come off and have a bunch of colors. So you kind of just paint this. You know what I mean? And it's a good cover up, but since this is very deep and dashy, I figured we're gonna try some JB Weld on this, and I'm gonna show you exactly how we did it. First things first, here though, it had some edges that are jagged down, so you kind of want to scrape that off. I used a file. Yeah, I used this right here, but you could use some hard sandpaper, but if you have a file it would be better. So anywhere where it kind of jagged off, you know what I mean? I took that off and then just made it smooth. And so yeah, well, just stay tuned for the next step and we're gonna begin. First thing we want to do is clean all the surface where we're gonna be painting and adding the JB Weld. So if you don't have a degreaser, some dish soap with water will be enough. Then we're gonna clean that off. By the way, this is not a video how to do it professionally. I know people on YouTube, some people can't wait to leave comments on, oh, that's not how you do it. You take it to a place where you do this and you do that, you weld this or whatever. This is kind of just like a garage way of doing it. Oh, it's not like how you're supposed to do it either. It's just I just suddenly decided to make it. By the way, I know there's probably gonna be different versions of stuff out there, but this is just how I want to go through and do it. So I'm gonna post it, see if it'll help you guys too. And then you heat it with some regular water. And make sure that cleans off. You don't want to focus right on that, not too far from it. You don't want to spray any more dust or grime onto it. So have your towel stay focused on that. Now, if you guys can see, you got a little bit of towels little debris of towels in there. Just gonna take that off. Oh, the exposure is not good on this camera, sorry about that. And then we're gonna let that dry. While that's happening, we're gonna go mix the JB Weld. Alright, so now we're just gonna mix the JB Weld. We're only gonna need a little bit, obviously. This is the paint I'm gonna be painting with later, so I'm gonna use it for dual purposes. I'm gonna mix it with this end. Later on, you don't have something to mix with, just, I'm gonna use it with this. So, let's begin. Seems like more than enough already, but just in case. Oof, got how the hardness smells. So there we go. Now we mix till it is a gray. And that's it. No, I'm joking. Just to be extra cautious a little more. That's also why you want to mix more than what you think, just because, you know, some are going to stick to the cup or wherever you're going to be mixing it at. Okay, that's actually very nice already. Oh, the stuff does smell. Alright, next step, hold on. Alright, so now we're just going to be dabbing this on there, especially on the big gouging areas. Well, just watch what I'm doing. This is actually the first time I'm doing this, but so it's both you and me learning. Okay, that's basically what I'm trying to do. So what the next step, what I want to do is mold this into shape. So you're gonna want to get like an index card or like a hard paper, some hard paper, you know, like wax coated perfectly. So this is just like a that was the casing for one of my lights, but yeah. So let me show you what exactly I'm gonna be doing. Alright, so I'm gonna go with this little piece. So I'm gonna come in here and shape it like the rim as best as I can before I go in. Show you what I mean. Get something like that. But this is gonna hit this. So let me shape it out of that. Get the inside curve too. And I'm shaping it where the rim is good. Alright, and then here we go. If you can, light passes, but make sure you keep the shape. Well, light passes are hard actually, you get stuck. Okay. And just like I thought, I think got on the way one way, but I'm gonna use another piece now for the bottom. Some more finesse in it. I see small little clumps towards the back, so I'm getting rid of that right now. On like the inside. Yeah, there it goes. Now I'm gonna follow this bead. Huh, yeah, I'm liking that so far. Let's have a closer look at what it looks like right now. I don't know how good this thing is at focusing. I know right now it looks like shit, but you gotta wait on it. But do you see how it's just smoothing out? We're gonna let that dry. There are little high peaks, but I'm okay with high peaks. What I don't want is low peaks. That will give you a final sand when it's more ready, when it's dry. Alright, so in about 6 hours we'll be back for the rest. Okay, now that this has dried for 6 hours, I'm gonna show you what it's looking like right now. So I guess you guys know the next step. It's gonna be sanding it down. Alright, so I'm reusing some old grip paper. I believe this is 120, it feels like it anyways. And same thing as before, I'm gonna kinda make the curve of the wheel and then just try to follow it. You'll see. I'm gonna have a scissors so I can cut different parts as I'm going. Form the shape first. Alright. And gotta be patient with this. Go kinda light. Try to keep the shape as best you can with your fingers. Don't go over rough. Now the other side. So we're gonna take quite a few passes on this part right here. Starting to get smoother though. Alright, I'm gonna cut another piece right here. Make the shape first. Okay, now to see where we're at, I'm going to wash it down with water a little bit. So here's a closer look of what we're looking at now. It is smoother, but you can see it needs to be sanded more right here, a little more on the edge. And there is like a dip spot here. And where was another one? And like over here, still dips a little bit. If you guys want to go ahead and redo it, but I think it won't be visible after the paint. So for me, I'm gonna leave it like that, especially compared to what it was. So I just sand this little piece right here, make that smoother. This is excess, by the way. It's not under. It's an excess, so that'll be fine. Let's start pull. Alright, so the little excess on the side is pretty much gone. So wet it down again and I'll start painting. Okay, so this is now what we're working with. It's really not too bad now. And yeah, there is exposed metal back from sanding, but of course most paints are not gonna stick to that. But this is made for like metal model cars. This sticks to it, trust me. This is what you want right here. Oh, am I zoomed in? I'll link a bunch of this stuff in the description, but let's start painting right now. So painting shouldn't be too hard, just gonna go light first. And then as the paint might not be an exact equal, I'm gonna try to fade it out just to camouflage it. I'm not sure if I could do this good on the camera, but I'll get started with it. This is too much. It's pretty quick. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry now. By the way, this is also great on smaller curves. Like you can see this, my rim here has been, you can't really barely tell. Yeah, you can right there. Only zooming in, but you couldn't at all. Like if you were over here, you wouldn't know. Except that there's a new spot right here that I'm gonna get right now. So this is great for smaller, just by itself, without anything else by itself, just to cover up the small scrapes. It's great for it. Okay, so check it out. Boom. Nothing grabs your eye, right? Now remember, I did skip it, so mine's not perfect. There were some more dips I could have refilled. Where are they? You can kind of see them. Some more dips I could have refilled and gone back and resanded it, right, make it nice. But for me, it's not worth it, like, because like when I first got my BC callovers, I had it on the hardest settings, which is super fun. But I was going through everything like boom, boom, boom. And then I went to half setting, and right now I have the softest settings. But anyways, so I did major damage to my rims, and so I've taken them to Weld and fixed like maybe 8 times by now. And at first it was like more rare and rare, but now it's getting to be like every month and a half or whatever. Let me show you real quick. Hold on. Let me look at my contacts right here. Should it be on the R rim? Oh yeah, here it is. To have a rim repair number on your contacts, it lets you know how bad it is now. But anyways, yeah. So for me, I'm kind of just waiting for this size to come back in. So for me, this quick thing was good enough for me. But as you can see, you could just go over a second pass where they decided to skip it, make it nicer and smoother. And also the paint, it was gloss, and this is satin from my previous rims. So there is a little bit of a shine difference. I don't know if you can tell. But like on this one, you don't have to use JB Weld and everything. Over here I had a bunch of curb rash before, like a bunch. But it faded away without that JB Weld. It does a good enough job. So yeah, just that. If you want to do a nicer job, you can obviously see how it can be accomplished. And what else was I gonna say? I think that's about it. I'll link everything I can in the description. Make sure you let me know if you guys have any other video ideas. Oh, I gotta wash the car. But still. Alright guys, peace. See you in the next video.